You are now tuned in to Game Time Sports.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back with another show. It is your boy Julian Segovia, a.k.a. Chop, in the building. I got Carlos. Carlos, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good, vibing, chilling. I'm glad to be here. You already know it's Carlos. Let's get into these topics, man. What you got?
I don't know, man. How you want to start this show? How you feeling? You got a specific topic in mind, or we want to get straight down to business?
Let's get straight down to business. What everyone is talking about, the Super Bowl picks. We have Rams and Bengals. Who do you have?
Rams and Bengals. Oh, man, you want to get straight to the point?
We got to go straight for it, man.
You don't even want to talk about the games or nothing?
I mean, what games?
Let's get into that, man. Let's talk about which game. Man, I can't help but talk about that Kansas City game. Kansas City led by 21 points, and the Bengals pull it off on the road. Another road impressive win by the Bengals.
Something about it. It was crazy when I turned on the channel. 21 points, and the Bengals are just something special. Look, Joe Burrow, it's his second year. First year he was injured. If he pulls off this Super Bowl, he will be with Tom Brady as his first two seasons to go to the Super Bowl, which is insane.
Wow. He's already on track to catch Tom Brady. That's insane.
Already. I mean, you can already see, Tom Brady's leaving, but you can see a new generation of like QBs that are in the league right now that are going to be taking storm.
And he's definitely one of them. And then look what he did. You talk about young quarterbacks taking the storm. Man, he knocked off Patrick Mahomes, another young gun, up-and-coming legend already. I mean, to take him off and dethrone him and to move to the Super Bowl says a lot about that team.
And we were having this conversation earlier. You said that the Chiefs were undefeated in the road games, right?
No. The Bengals. The Bengals are undefeated on the road right now, obviously. Their first playoff game was their first playoff road win in franchise history. But
wow.
And since you asked me about who I think is going to win, I think the Bengals are going to pull it off, and I think it's going to be that kicker that wins a game-winning field goal for them because, like I said, there's just something special about that team. They got a young, solid core group, and that coach is doing a really good job. And they're probably going to go there being the underdogs. But I don't know, man. They're just playing a different type of football.
Dude, the playoffs have been crazy recently. All the games, like most of them, have been ending in like field goals and everything like that. But if I have to choose to win the Super Bowl, I'm going to have to go with the Los Angeles Rams to take it. Now, I want the Bengals to win, but I feel like the Rams have a more dominant offense and defense, and I feel like they're going to pull it through.
We've talked about that, man. I think the Rams have they really do have a Pro Bowl team, man. You have Von Miller, you have Ramsey, you have Aaron Donald. You have some really solid core veteran guys, and that's
you can't forget about
playoff.
Jalen Ramsey. You can't Cooper Kupp.
Oh, I said Ramsey. Oh yeah, and on the offensive side, you have a veteran Matthew Stafford,
right?
Cooper Kupp, man. He's probably got to be the best wide receiver in the league right now.
Think about it, dude. He's been in Detroit for over 10 years, so I feel like he deserves this Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
They have some Hall of Fame players on that squad. But hold on, time out. This is where I think the Bengals are going to have that upper hand. Even though they have the veteranship, the Bengals are stacked with young, quick guys, and that's going to be tough for any veteran. So that's why I think the young guns are gonna come out and pull it off.
Okay, but the thing about the NFL, everyone is talented, but it all comes down to experience. And who's the more experienced team? The Rams are more experienced. Even though you say the Bengals are, they're talented and they're young, I feel like the Rams are they have more of a veteran leadership, and they're going to be able to pull this one through.
No. They do have. I don't disagree with you at all. But I got Bengals.
You got Bengals. Okay, what do you have for the score?
I don't know. Like I said, I think it's either Bengals win by 1 point or they win by a field goal by 3 points.
Okay, so I would say, in my opinion, is the opposite. Okay, obviously the Rams are going to take this, but I feel like it's going to be a lopsided game, not by a field goal by the recent playoff games, but like by some stagnant, crazy number. I don't know the exact, but
you think it's going to be a boring Super Bowl?
I feel like it's going to be a boring Super Bowl. We've been having like some Super Bowls like that.
I hope not. Most Super Bowls are boring. They start off very boring. I hope it's not one of those.
There's one.
I don't think we're going to have one of those.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know, man.
And hold on, if it is boring, I'm gonna tell you right now. If the game is boring, it's because the Rams are gonna run the ball, drain the clock, try to have more, control the clock is what they're gonna try to do.
I mean, the Rams also have a powerful passing. You know what I'm saying? They got Cooper Kupp. They have Odell Beckham. They're stacked in the pass offense.
I don't know. I think they're gonna come out with a good plan, and they're gonna find ways to double team, even triple team Cooper Kupp.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's crazy. He led the NFL in receiving yards, receptions. I think also touchdowns too. He has like a triple threat. So, dude's crazy. I seen there was this thing on Twitter, like he wasn't even like recommended by, I don't know, like by a college or something like that back in like 2011, and then like 10, 11 years later, he's in the Super Bowl, right? So it's definitely crazy to see where he's gone to at this point.
Cooper Kupp,
yeah.
Eastern Washington.
Wow, okay.
Big Sky
Conference.
Big Sky, man. Hey, ever since him coming out, the Big Sky Conference has been giving a lot of attention to the Big Sky. So a lot of scouts, NFL scouts, are starting to look at some of these smaller Division I schools. So shout out to Cooper Kupp, man.
Shout out to Cooper Kupp. So the final, I'm gonna have Rams, and you're gonna have.
I got the Bengals. I want to say it's going to be like a 23, 25, 28, 32, somewhere in that range.
I'm going to say like 17 to like 32, something in that aspect.
I can see the Bengals putting up 32.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, there's going to be a lot of points scored. I mean, think about it. Like the Bengals kicker, that guy is clutch. He's able to make all his kicks, and all the kickers, in the playoffs have been clutch. They've been making game-winning field goals.
Hey, here's a cool fact. He is the only kicker to be drafted in last year's lottery draft.
Really?
Yes.
What?
So there was something about that kicker they obviously really, really liked.
Hey, that's why you need a kicker, right?
That's what they said. That's why you draft a kicker.
Damn. All right. For our next one, man, I know you've been hearing this around social media. Tomorrow is the reveal of the Washington Football's new name, and people are speculating that it's going to be the Commanders, which is I'm not really fond of. What do you think about that?
I think that is a lame name.
Right? I mean, look, after like almost 2 years.
I think the Washington Generals would have been nice.
What about Red Wolves? I don't know.
Red Wolves?
Wolves or something that's like aggressive. Like when you think of a commander.
Washington Wolves?
I don't know, something like that. I mean, can you imagine the logo? That'd look sick. I think it'd look nice.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean, it's better than Commanders.
If the NFL adopted a wolf.
I think it'd be better than Commanders.
I think so, too.
And have you seen the logo as well?
Unless I'm playing with George Washington on my helmet.
Dude, it looks like a how do you explain it? Like a Boy Scout, Girl Scout, like those badges you get, right?
If it's an image of George Washington being a general and leading in a battle, I'll put that on my helmet.
Hey, that would actually look pretty sick, right? With like the weaponry.
Yeah.
Dude, that would actually look pretty sick, dude. But yeah, I think a lot of people are not fond of this new name. And can you imagine being like the Washington Football Team? Like, can you imagine being a fan, right? And then being like, okay, we're the Commanders. Okay,
I don't think they're going to be Commanders. The Commanders, wasn't there, I want to say there was no way.
Just speculation, but yeah.
No, that's Defenders. XFL. That's XFL. No, I don't think they're going to be the Commanders. I think they just came out just to see what the public's reaction would be.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hopefully it's something better than that.
You were speaking of the XFL. Just for a side note, I guess the Rock is. Well, they're going to start the XFL next year, right? And the Rock is the owner, or he's some part in control, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain more about that?
What do you want to know?
So basically, like, what's his main position for the XFL?
I think he's just probably a board member, a stakeholder. Obviously, a lot of money.
Okay.
But not only that, it's the people behind them. Actually, the first woman in the history of sports to be a franchise owner.
It was definitely cool.
I want to say her name is Dani Garcia.
They started up back in like 2000 something, and then they did it again in 2020. And, obviously COVID. But, yeah, it was cool having the extra football games around when the NFL ended.
Hey,
cool.
I was dead on. Dani Garcia.
It was Dani.
First female owner of a major professional sports league.
Man,
congratulations.
Congrats. Hey, that's when we have the clap right now.
Yep.
Hey, good stuff, good stuff. All right, man.
Well, let's talk about another big thing. I'm surprised you didn't bring up, man.
What's going on?
Tom Brady's retirement.
Okay, look, Tom Brady's retirement.
He's done, bro. Do you think he's done?
Okay. Do I think he's done? No. I feel like next season he's gonna go back. There's just something about it. Like he's still in his prime. He's still able to be effective on and off the field. And I feel like he'd do it for one more season.
I think so too.
I mean, that's just Tom Brady.
I think this is just his way to get out of Tampa.
You think so?
Yep. Oh, which brings up another question, dude. Is Coach Arians coaching next year? I say no.
You know what? Yeah, I'll agree on that. I feel like if Tom Brady's not with the team, Bruce Arians is not going to coach. I feel like, dude, the guy's already up in his age, and he's not going to give all that time for a new quarterback.
Yeah, I think, and also him hitting the player this season wasn't a good look. And Tom Brady being out, the whole Antonio Brown situation, it was just, oh, man, the ship was going down.
So do you know the situation behind that? Because I seen that on social media, and I was like, there's no way.
I don't know. I don't know what especially the fact that you said you saw it on social media.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what's real, what's not.
Wow, man. Oh, and so what do you think about
Big Ben's retirement?
Big Ben's retirement.
Big Ben finally calls it retirement. Calls it Dunskies.
He lost against the Chiefs, so yeah, obviously his last game. Dude, I mean, he's done a lot for the game as well, and I was lucky to kind of see like the end of his career, even though he didn't really perform like in the beginning of his career, but you know, he's a great quarterback still, you know.
No, he is. First ballot, Hall of Fame. Like I said, we've talked to Biz multiple times. This was long overdue, probably 3 years overdue, but he finally did it, and it'll be interesting to see who he gets replaced by, who the Steelers decide to either groom or draft.
Hey, next stop, Canton, Ohio, man.
Canton, Ohio.
We're going to have to see. What do you see him doing after football?
I can see him getting into movies.
For real?
Cameo, funny movies here and there. Yeah, why not?
I feel like, he might have the personality. Yeah, he kind of has that cool, goofy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a Seth Rogen. He can pull off some comedy.
Like he has that humor.
I'd want him in a movie. Yeah, no doubt.
All right, so you're a coach for Washington football team, right? For the JV team. Do you want to elaborate, your position, your role, and your impact towards the team?
No, man, I'm just having fun. I'm seriously just having fun. I'm excited. I think my first few years were just like, okay, I want to learn what's going on, but after really getting out there and finding out it's just about leading young men, then that's the game changer. I realize what's going on now, so now I have to be more effective in getting them to communicate and to be leaders and to listen and then to execute. So that's kind of where I'm at, man. And I was glad to be back in the weight room with the guys hitting the weights just these past 2 weeks.
And that's going to go into our next topic, the limited amount of minority coaches in the NFL. I mean, there's only one coach currently in the NFL. It's what's his name? Tom Holland or something like that. Yeah, Mike Tomlin, my bad. Mike Tomlin is the only black coach in the NFL right now.
I'd say he might be the only head coach, minority head coach.
Well, yeah. The only minority head coach in the NFL. And I feel like, there's a lot of minority coaches, including you, that, should deserve a shot. You know what I mean?
It's tough. I once asked a guy going around to these coaches' clinics. He was an NFL coach, and he said the only way to really get in is if you know somebody. So you have to get to know somebody. And then be brought in,
and then Brian Flores, he was the Dolphins head coach, former Dolphins head coach, and he got fired. He's suing the NFL, the Giants, the Broncos, and also let's take a look right here. He is the Dolphins as well. And the reason why allegations for, racism and, hiring practices. And there was even a conversation, between the Dolphins owner. This is speculation, offering $100,000 to lose each Dolphins game. So you notice how they lost the first 7 games and then they won the last 7 games?
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting to think about that. And, the obvious reason was, to have a better draft selection, but it just goes into say like how they manipulate, the games.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I had that, man. That's news to me. You broke that here.
And it's funny. He was fired January 10th, right? And so was really.
And he was a Patriots assistant, so he's under Belichick. Yeah, so that's a quality good coach right there.
And that was a big shocker too. Especially he set a franchise record going back to back in winning seasons since 2003. Look, back in 2020, they went 10-6. 2021, they went 9-8. So they finally kind of found their groove. Why would they?
Oh, man. Do I don't know. Sabotage.
In the locker room? Do you think it's
that
more than that?
Or ownership probably doesn't know what the heck is going. They don't know. They probably don't know what they're doing because obviously they have a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
That or they're just communication problems. Maybe the coach and the owner don't see eye to eye on things. But to put him in that situation and have a team like Miami. So let's say that from what you know of Miami, who are the best players on Miami that you know of? I just know of Tua, the quarterback.
That's the only
right?
one I know.
Yeah. So what he did with that team was phenomenal. I think you draft him some pieces, get him some receivers. You know what I'm saying? Get a good running back that can control the clock and dictate what defenses do. Then you have a different caliber team. But you're also in another tough division. That's a tough division out there. So I think the Dolphins have to be realistic and realize where they're at and what they're doing. But, hey, this is a win now league. So you got to win now.
And he's suing the Giants as well. And it's a speculation. And basically there's a rule that NFL organizations within the NFL, they have to at least interview one minority coach, right? Just to make level fair and everything like that. And he was saying that he was just the fill-in for that spot, even though they weren't going to have a chance to give him a fair shot at potentially being the coach. That's kind of messed up though. You
know what, since you put it that way, is it messed up?
I think it is very so.
I think it is so too, but here's an even more messed up part. That's a lot of us face that reality in the real world every day, and it's not just the NFL.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but this is. So
I mean, it's a bigger issue than the NFL. I just don't know why it's spotlighted now on the NFL.
Yeah,
I mean, but I would definitely love to see more diversity in the NFL. Why not? Because the NFL is such a diverse. Such a diverse community. You got people of all different nationalities and countries rooting on their teams.
Right. And then for only one black coach, it doesn't make sense, But hey,
what do you think?
I think,
young reporter?
Okay, this is what I think. I think that, the NFL should give minority coaches more of a shot, Obviously, you got to meet certain criterias and requirements, but, there has to be at least a few minority coaches that they know what they're doing at the next level. You're telling me only one minority coach knows how to do his job?
What do you mean? Majority of the players that are in the league out there playing on the squads are young African American men. What do you mean? So I really think they should. Why they don't? I don't know.
I mean, hey, it's the current world.
I would love. I'm glad you brought that up. Now that I think about it, man, would I love to coach in the NFL one day? Heck yeah, why not? I would love to be on the sidelines on Sunday and on the NFL.
Hey, what team? What team would you like to coach?
Man, look, I hear players say this all the time, but you ask me that, man, it wouldn't matter where I'm at.
It wouldn't matter.
Nah.
Dang. Yeah.
Yep. It wouldn't matter where I'm at.
Honestly,
where I would prefer to be at is where I have at least. Not that I have so much say so, but like at least they're gonna take my thoughts into consideration, my picks. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
Who knows how it really goes down in the NFL? Do the owners have the pick say so, or does the head coach, or does the finance team have the final say so? So we don't know.
Honestly, we don't know. Do you have any other topics?
Man, I had we went over the Brady retirement. We talked about the Rams, Bengals, Big Ben. Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown is
super troll. He's the super troll, man.
He's unpredictable. He's a
what though?
A cultural icon.
I think it's entertaining for me.
It is, because you never know what's going to happen next. I mean, I don't know if you see on social media, but he's like hanging out with like Kanye and
He's
I don't know.
living.
Yeah, he's just like
He's living. He tweeted out a picture of him in a Ravens uniform. Is that real?
Oh man, I don't know, dude. With Antonio Brown, it's weird. It's different. You never know what's gonna happen. I could see him going to the Ravens. Yeah, honestly. I mean, he's gonna play next season.
At this point, I don't know why a team, and I don't know Antonio Brown, so I'm not gonna bash him. We're not gonna be those guys who just get our own show, and before you know it, we're talking bad about players. I don't know Antonio Brown, but at this point, if you're anybody in the NFL, why would you want a player like that? That's going to be a headache, a situation, something embarrassing. I wouldn't even want to. I wouldn't risk it.
I don't know if he's lying, but he was on a podcast with Logan Paul, and the podcast is called Impulsive, and he was saying that there was some teams that, called him in for next season. I don't know if he's lying, but I feel like that's not far away from reality. Look, despite all the off and on incidents that's been going on, right? I feel like he's still talented. He's still able to contribute to the team as well.
What teams would be going out for him?
What teams could I see him playing? Oh man, imagine if he was with the Seahawks next to DK Metcalf. Dude, that would be, dude.
I don't know if Russell Wilson and him would get along.
You don't think so?
I don't know. They just seem like two totally right and left characters.
I mean, hey, he said it best. The Ravens. Can you imagine Lamar Jackson? I feel like they have like that same kind of, style connection.
I don't know. That might be what it is right there.
What team do you think you see him playing?
I don't know. The only team I could possibly think that would have a staff that could stabilize Antonio Brown is the Rams.
The Rams.
Imagine Antonio Brown on the Rams, bro.
Woo. Man, that would be.
Think you have a lot of veterans. You have other guys. Just you got Miller, you got Donald, you got Ramsey. So you got like some guys that you know what I mean. Some big personality guys that probably could tame him. So I don't know.
What about this? The Raiders.
Oh man,
that's another. I can see the Raiders.
I could see that too, but there goes another classic Raiders situation. You're asking for trouble.
So you said the Rams, right?
Yep.
Dude,
that's the only team I could see.
Oh, it'd be so dominant to see that. Can you imagine Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham, freaking Antonio Brown, like?
Yeah, that's why I said I could see that. I think they'd be the only big character team that could pull that off.
Man,
or unless, hold on, Kansas City might.
Kansas City? You think so?
Man, you're playing with Mahomes and Kelsey and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
You playing with Tyreek Hill? Oh, look, imagine what type of threat that offense would just
they're already
Kelsey,
a threat, yeah.
Hill, Antonio,
goodness.
Bro, that's
That's that's something you can dream of, right? But that's like nowadays, like you need a super team to make it into the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
I think so. I mean, come on, like if you.
I don't know, man. Let's look at the Bengals. Are they a super team?
No, they're not.
Technically
I'm
not.
saying most. I'm
not.
saying most.
Only history
teams
will tell. Maybe a few years back, and we realize these players go on to be great. So we're like, wow, they were all on that squad.
I mean, Jamar Chase and then Joe Burrow, they have that connection from LSU, so obviously transferred into the NFL. And we'll see.
I seen a stat that
happens.
everybody on their offense has over 1,000 yards.
No kidding.
Something like
Are you
that.
serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that says a lot about Joe Burrow's distribution of the ball. He will move the ball.
So we also have some good news as well. We might have a chance to actually be at the Super Bowl taking some content. If you want to just fill in some information, what's going on, or just let it be and see what happens.
I don't know, man. Like I said, just our media approval is pending. We've been doing a lot of awesome photography, writing stories, website work. So, and I don't know, man. This is the fun part about it all, right? Because we don't see these opportunities come and we don't know of them, but they kind of just fall in our lap. So we're kind of hoping we get the green light. And when we started doing this, like, it wasn't all clear on what it was for. we were just kind of doing it and just enjoying it for the love of it, and then being able to be on the field on games. We probably me and you probably would have never been on a football field for a state championship game, right? So, but we went out there reporting and we did it. So, like, we'd probably never suit up to play in a Super Bowl, right?
But I mean, like you said,
right?
You never know. I mean, we were at the Saguaro game, the Open State Championship in ASU, and to be at the sidelines filming for content, that was really amazing. And so I mean, college Super Bowl.
That's what I'm
cool,
saying. Yeah. So like I feel like if we do pull it off, this is like kind of our reward for kind of sticking it out and just grinding it out and I don't know, just being loyal to the craft, loyal to the sport. So I don't know. We'll see.
And I know
hopefully we get the green light.
And I know a lot of fans are looking forward to the halftime show. I mean, we have a lot of
OGs.
We got Dr.
In Los
Dre,
Angeles,
Snoop Dogg.
I tell you what, if the Rams don't win this, it's going to be very heartbreaking and disappointing, man. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, they lost
If the
against
Rams don't
the
win this at
Patriots, and then they lose. If they lose against the Bengals, hopefully they don't. We'll have to see. Especially they're in LA. They gotta show out.
The Rams leave, right? The Rams leave, get a new home. A few years later, they're playing in the Super Bowl. Rams, don't mess this one up, man.
Man, hey,
you guys got to win this. This will go down in the books, especially with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Mary J and Eminem all performing.
That's gonna be
during the
legendary
halftime show. Legendary. That's our cue, Carlos.
Alrighty, man. Hey, man, I'm glad for you to have us.
Paperfall Bros on the beat.
Hey, man, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Hey,
Thanks
make
for
sure you guys
tuning in.
comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks for joining again. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.